These early mornings, the silence, the unknown beneath the water. It's why we do it.
For years, we were devoted zander fishermen. Obsessed, really. Pelagic fishing for zander was our thing. Nothing compared to chasing those predators.
We spent hours scanning the depths, tracking them, knowing every move. It was everything to us. It felt really like we mastered it.
Yeah, zander fishing was our thing.
But then, something changed. A couple of years ago, we've joined the Predator Tour competition. It was our big chance to put all that knowledge to the test, to prove ourselves on those fast Dutch waters.
At first, it went well. We could catch zander, no problem.
But then came the Perch, and that's where things started to fall apart.
Yeah, we couldn't catch a single one. It was humbling, frustrating even.
A real wake-up call.
That's when it hit us. Perch were a completely different game. We'd underestimated just how challenging they could be. It really pushed us to rethink everything.
Yeah, so we made a decision to dedicate an entire year to understanding and fishing for perch, learning every trick, every technique and every location. We spent countless hours refining what we thought we knew, fishing across seasons and exploring new waters.
Reworking techniques, adjusting over and over, and then, finally, in January 2023, it happened. After months of persistence, both of us finally broke our personal bests. A 54 cm perch and a 52 cm perch. These were the fish we'd been chasing.
The proof that all our hard work had paid off. It was surreal, standing there with those fish in hand, realizing we'd come so far.
But as any angler knows, there's always a new challenge. Now it's about going even further.
We're here to find the biggest perch lurking in these waters. The kind that doesn't come easily. This time, we're ready to put everything on the line to find him.
This is where it all begins. Every skill we've honed, every technique we've mastered, it all comes down to this.
The hunt for the perch of a lifetime. Whoa, that's a big one. Dude, what a take. Today we're digging into the data. To find the biggest perch, you need precision. And modern technology gives us exactly that. These digital maps show us incredible details, letting us pinpoint drop-offs, deep channels and areas where big perch might be holding.
You see these contour lines here? They indicate a steep drop-off. This is a prime location for perch, especially in winter when they tend to stick to the deeper structures, where they can stay hidden and feed on passing bait fish.
And this ridge here, it's an underwater structure. It's surrounded by deeper water and it's perfect. The kind of structure big perch really love, especially in colder months, since the temperature and conditions at these depths are much more stable.
And here is where the sonar comes in. When we're out there, the sonar will help us find those structures. Is it a rocky ledge? Is it vegetation? You can even see the fish movement. It's a tool that lets us adapt to what's happening below the surface, moment by moment.
That must be some kind of structure. Social media can be a goldmine of information. Now, anglers don't really like to give up their spots, and that's for good reason. But if you're observant, there's a lot you can pick up, even on a single photo.
Look here, a subtle detail in the background, maybe a dock or rocky shorelines. These details can tell us a lot, and when combined with contour lines, you can start to form a picture of where these big perch might be hiding.
I'll reach out to some of these anglers, asking if they're willing to share some information. It's all about learning from others, their experiences, and respecting their knowledge. But sometimes they're willing to give us more information on conditions or depths that they had the most success.
There's nothing like hearing from the pros. And at these trade shows, we have a lot of experienced anglers that are willing to share their thoughts on techniques, patterns, seasonal changes, and what big perch are really up to in these waters. So let's go and see what they think about it. Toon, hello. So this year we want to tackle the record, the Dutch record of perch. And my question to you is, if you want to break the Dutch perch record, how would you do it?
Oh, that's a tough question. I know the record is quite hard to break.
It's 56.
So 56 centimeters is huge. Therefore, to start with, I would fish a lot. So basically the whole month, try to fish as much as possible. But most important, try to fish finesse techniques as slowly as you can. Because what we feel is the big perch, they're not catchable on aggressive lures. So a net worm, for example, a craw, a creek craw on a Carolina rig, on a Texas rig, slowly fishing and trying to tackle the Dutch record perch.
Okay, thank you, thank you, we'll try. Thanks.
Good luck.
Thank you. So, Evert, if you want to catch the biggest perch of the Netherlands, what would you do?
Well, first I will choose the period, and the period is the most important time for the big perch. And I think March, in my opinion, is the best time.
Okay, March.
And then, I think slowly jigging, maybe to fish with sea rig, but small baits and really slowly fishing in the time of the year. I think that's the key to success. My personal best is 54 centimeters.
That's mine as well.
So not really the biggest swimming around, but if you really want to hunt for the big fish, that's my choice. Small lures, slow fishing, and in the period of March.
Okay, good. All right, thank you for the tips.
You're welcome.
Thank you. If you wanted to catch the biggest perch of the Netherlands, how would you do it?
Whoa, that's a difficult question. I'm a shore fisherman, so I think there's a couple of things I would try to get together. I like really rough weather, like storm outside.
Okay.
For big perch, I like the mornings and the evenings where they move into the shallows to feed.
Okay.
And probably the Twitchbait, that you can really hit into the rocks, that really goes into the rocks and annoys them, or a really slow Carolina rig.
Okay, very cool. I would just search them on the bigger waters, or like more the smaller canals, maybe connected to the bigger waters.
That's a good question. I think in the winter time, I really enjoy fishing the lakes because I think they migrate into those lakes. But out of this time, I like the big waters. So in fall, I think you still have some nice areas, especially on the big lakes. If there's a small harbor, there's a dip, there's a little bit of your schleus, a little bit of an area that's deeper, I think that they collect there and you can catch the big ones there.
Okay, very cool. Okay, I'll keep your tips in mind and thank you for the interview.
Good luck catching the record perch. You will get it, I'm very sure.
If you wanted to catch the biggest perch in the Netherlands, what would you do?
Speaking from an expert point of view, since I have actually been to the Netherlands myself, catching myself a new personal best. I think the biggest thing, it doesn't really matter what type of bait you have. It doesn't really matter what type of equipment you have. Anyway, the biggest part is you have to believe in yourself.
Okay.
You know, you have to think for yourself. How big is the record perch?
56 centimeters.
So you need to see the 57 inside of the little brain of yours.
Okay.
And then you just need to repeat it to yourself. I'm gonna catch the record, I'm gonna catch the record.
Okay.
It doesn't, if the perch is hungry, he's hungry. If he's not hungry, then you take him another day. But the most important part is you can't catch it on LiveScope. No, it's not the it's no. LiveScope does not count.
Okay, so no LiveScope.
No LiveScope.
Okay.
Yeah, but it will be, will you make it or not? The record. Will you take it?
I hope to do.
No, it's not hope.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking
I'm
do
gonna
it.
fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's how
it.
you
That's
catch
it.
him.
It's incredible. These guys have spent hours studying these waters and know the seasonal habits of big perch inside and out. Even the smallest piece of advice can lead us to the fish that we are after. One way to find out where the biggest perch are is to fish with a real expert. Maybe you can find a guide or a well-known fisherman that is really used to targeting big perch and just go on the water with him. And I think today we will learn a lot because I'm fishing today with Luc Koppens. He is an expert perch fisherman and I'm really looking forward what the day brings. It's -2 degrees now and there's quite some mist still. So yeah, I'm really looking forward. I'm really curious what I will learn today.
It was one of those days where winter showed its harshest side. The cold was biting, our rod tips were freezing over, and the fish was completely shut down. On a closed water system like this, without commercial traffic, we were still able to launch even in dense fog. But with the visibility low and the perch ultra passive, it became a true test of patience and precision. With side imaging, we tried to locate the perch. With every pass, we scanned structure, drop-offs, the smallest shadows, hoping for that bright signal, a shape, a reason to cast. We were really hoping to see that bright hard reflection on the sonar, that one flash that tells you a big fish is holding tight to the bottom, just waiting to be tempted. And in the afternoon, the fog finally started to lift and the temperature crept above freezing. Would this be the trigger we were waiting for? Would the perch finally switch on and start to feed?
Is it, boss? What a day! Finally the mist is gone and we are twitching with the jerkbaits and Peter has a few followers and now I was having a nice bite. Yeah, this one is 47 but the goal is 50 plus. But anyway, we are happy with the first good bite of the day. Okay, we let it go.
We've managed to catch a big perch, and before we knew it, the day was over. We didn't catch huge numbers, but it was still an incredible day on the water. And being able to fish alongside a true legend like Luke was an absolute privilege. I've learned a lot of small things, subtle things, that I'm definitely gonna try in the upcoming sessions. And now we've got one more thing we need. And it's a big one. To tackle these larger Dutch rivers and cover as much water as possible in the search of big perch, we need the right boat. And for that, we've probably invested in what's the best setup money can buy, the Nitro ZV19.
This lake has one of the biggest perch in the Netherlands, but they don't come easy because it's fished a lot. So we have to mix things up. We will use Carolina rig, Ned rig or Twitchbait, and we see what will go best.
To help me today in exploring this vast, expensive water, I have brought my two friends, Ward and Tim, two very technical fishermen. Their expertise will be essential for our success here.
Ja, zeker wel. En we zullen ook vangen. En op de bak, maar op een andere boot.
Ja, is hoor, baas. Nee. Oh, lekker zeg. Goeie aanbeet, jongen. Cool. Hele dikke vis, jongen. Kijk joh.
With so many different structures to explore, we'll focus on finding active fish first and then refining our approach to get the best results.
In this lake we are now at the entrance of a harbor, but we will fish some different spots like harbor entrances, small piles of rock or mussel beds.
Very soon, the LiveScope seemed to be an indispensable tool for finding active fish. The Twitchbait seemed to attract the fish from the bottom and keep their attention. A whole school was chasing the lure.
Ik zie hier 6, 7 vissen. Maar je is aan het filmen, je is aan het filmen.
Ja, hangen.
Call it.
This area is heavily fished by many anglers, so instead of covering broad sections, we'll focus on finding smaller overlooked spots, small rocks or other underwater structures where perch might be hiding or laying in an ambush, waiting for a crayfish or small fish to pass.
As this lake is fished a lot, for us it's important to spot big perch on the LiveScope because they stand on very small spots into this lake, like small mussel beds and rock piles. And if you cast 1 meter or 2 meters to the left, you will not catch them, so you need to be exactly on spot.
Fucking weg, gast. Kom maar, man.
I have a really nice perch now on the Twitchbait. I saw it coming on the LiveScope, but I don't think it was the biggest one. So we'll keep on fishing and see what happens. I'm first gonna release this beauty. Wow!
When you see them following on the LiveScope, it's all about keeping the Twitchbait moving. The unpredictable action keeps their focus and the pause triggers the strike. And sometimes Xanders happily take our baits too. It makes the day even more fun.
It seems that the Ned rig is not the most ideal approach today, and that's why we need to adapt. Most of the fish come from Twitchbait technique, so that will be our main focus now, because we see that they don't really like the finesse approach, but they are really hunting some active prey. Today was quite a tough day, but we managed to catch quite some nice fish. Adapting to the conditions and using LiveScope and Twitchbait was today's key of success.
Taking into account what we've learned today, we'll do a couple of more sessions on these lakes. I couldn't stop thinking about the rest of the school that we didn't catch. Would the biggest fish be the slowest?
today we are fishing another big lake next to a river system, but
it's been tough lately. We heard some noises that the fish are really passive, so we are going to change things up today. Peter, tell us what we're going to do.
So today one of us gets a chance to fish with these nice creatures.
The crawlers.
Not night crawlers.
Not
Yes.
crawlers.
And yeah.
The loser has to fish.
The loser has to fish them. So
Yeah.
let's do a
rock, scissors, paper.
rock, scissors, papers.
Yeah, okay. Rock, scissors, papers. Rock, scissors, papers.
Ah, damn it! Okay.
You're the lucky bastard.
I'm the lucky bastard. I have to fish with the worms all day.
Okay.
You do understand that I have a tackle shop, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But let's see what it gives.
And so it began, this little challenge into the challenge. This time, our friend Greg also joined us. And soon, the first fish was for him.
Ja, een dikke baas. Mooi. Een mooie baas. Damn! This perch seemed to have some kind of fly stuck into its side. We removed it carefully. The day only started and Team Artificial Lure was already winning. Until now, the worms did not have any effect. I could see them ignoring it completely on the LiveScope. And number 2 for Team Artificial Lure. Would my worms get any attention at all?
The rest of the day was rather slow. It might not be obvious from the footage, but the temperature hovered around freezing for most of the day, warming up only slightly when the sun broke finally through.
One of the great things about this place is how easily you can use the Maas River to hop from one spot to another.
It makes the area incredibly versatile for fishing. One spot can be muddy and dark, while just a short ride away you can find crystal clear water.
Live aanbeet.
Although this place is known for being tough when it comes to fishing, we already found some great fish, and we were treated with a windless sunny day. Combined with the peaceful surroundings and untouched nature, it turned out to be a day to remember. Soon it became quite clear to us. Big perch means big water.
That's why we'd shift our focus to one of the biggest lakes in the Netherlands, the Haringvliet. Right from the start, we were confronted with one of the biggest enemies of fishing on lakes like this: the wind.
With a strong northeasterly wind, we were forced to stick to the north side of the lake to maintain at least some level of efficiency.
Because of this, we were limited to fishing only the northernmost spots, leaving a large portion of the lake unexplored during this session. The Haringvliet is one of the Netherlands' largest bodies of water, and it's a different challenge altogether.
Over the next few sessions, we will be exploring various spots, from shallow flats to deep channels, to understand how the perch behave in this vast lake. To tackle this massive lake, we have brought a true expert. Someone who knows every corner of this lake and has spent years searching for its secrets.
Hi Niels, welcome. Tell us, what is the secret to tackle this big water?
So we are on a big lake and the water has cooled down a lot lately. We will try to catch some perch. So I think they will move to shallow spots with some structure. They are grouping together because the water got colder last weeks. So we will fish finesse very slow and look around, spot hopping, and yeah, I'm sure we will catch some nice fish today.
Nice, perfect. Let's get started. Let's catch some fish.
There's nothing easy about this lake. Its vastness means there are entire zones that don't hold a single fish.
But with our map study, advanced electronics and the combined experience of Niels and ourselves, we're guided toward the right spots. And soon enough, the first fish start coming in.
It's all about figuring out what works best again. It's been a while since we've been on this water, and we're wondering if the fish have moved back to their winter spots.
This was an unforgettable day on the Haringvliet. Next time we will try to explore even more from this water, pushing ourselves even harder and try to find the biggest perch.
With the limited number of fishing days we have, we can't afford to be too picky about the weather. That's why we decided to fish today, despite the challenging conditions. Unfortunately, finesse techniques like the Carolina rake or the Ned rake are hard to fish precisely in this weather. Hopefully, next time the weather gods will be more on our side.
Today, we were greeted by yet another challenge that a vast lake like the Haringvliet often throws at us: fog.
Fortunately, there's almost no wind today. However, that means the fog is especially thick. With limited visibility, we'll need to wait for a bit for it to clear before we can safely begin.
The thickest fog seems to blanket the middle of the lake, leaving us with only the closest spots and harbors to fish safely. With other boats on the water today, we need to stay vigilant and constantly check for traffic.
Today we are fishing with Charlie and Sil,
And what we're gonna do?
catching big perch. Well, that will be the idea.
Nice. I'm
Let's hope
excited.
so. Okay, let's do it!
Yoo-hoo!
The first fish go to Charlie and me, but, as is often the case on this lake, they're not the perch we were hoping for. Instead, the early morning delivers some healthy looking zanders onto the boat, a clear sign of the lake's excellent ecological balance.
Hello!
Despite the fog and the limited number of spots we can fish, the perch seems quite active, and it doesn't take long before the first ones are caught.
It doesn't happen often, but there are times when having two landing nets on board really comes in handy.
A pike and a 47cm perch are a nice highlight on a foggy day, but this size of perch is still far from the record fish we are chasing.
Nice old warrior on the Ned rake.
Yoo-hoo!
The hours go by and some fish are being caught, but you can't help but wonder, is the weather working against us yet again?
On a tough fishing day like today, it's always great to have kind and fun people in the boat, turning it into a successful and enjoyable day overall.
Today was quite a difficult day. We caught some perch, but not the biggest. Some zander and a pike.
The weather was beautiful though. I
Yeah.
mean, there's nothing to see, but it was super nice, calm weather.
It was a bit misty.
Yeah, but no luck for a lot of fish. But
Yeah.
you had some nice ones. Jeffrey had some nice ones. I had one zander. Sylvian had some nice zanders, but no big perch. Well,
No.
one big perch.
Yeah, one decent one, so okay.
Well done.
During these winter months, the days seemed to fly by. While we caught some good fish, the number of big perch was a bit disappointing. This was our last session of December, but fortunately, the next one is already planned in early January. Will the weather be on our side this time?
After the new year, our search had only just begun. We knew the best part of the season was still ahead of us. But first, we wanted to try our luck on a water better known for its massive pike, the Volkerak.
Today we are joined by our friend Hans Rose, local guide with years of experience on Volkerak. This lake is challenging, it has a lot of deep drop-offs, commercial traffic and open waters. Hans knows this place better than anyone and we're looking forward to learn from his expertise. Hi Hans, how would you describe Lake Volkerak?
The lake Volkerak, of course, is known for his big pike on Europe. Coming all over Europe here to catch some big pike. There's a lot of pike in the lake, but there are also millions and millions of perch. There are also some very beautiful species of perch. They're hard to catch, especially this time of year. January, it's cold, it's winter time. But still, everything is possible and you can catch the perch of your dreams here.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go for it.
Let's give it a try.
And indeed, this session in this beautiful, expansive water proved anything but easy. The icy wind made finesse fishing really challenging and the perch were almost impossible to find. Luckily, the pike were more cooperative, giving us a solid dose of action throughout the day.
But of course, it was perch we were really after. There are plenty of them in the Volkerak, but it felt like the pike were always one step ahead, grabbing our lures before the perch even had a chance.
Whether we fished finesse rigs or twitchbaits, the pike struck first, time and time again.
Yeah, first fish for me on a small shad. Voila! Second pikey on the Twitchbait. Here we go.
Well, what more can we say? It was an action-packed day, no doubt about that, but not a single perch in sight. So does the Volkerak still live up to its reputation as Europe's top pike water? It just might.
As January progressed, we returned to one of our favorite waters, the Haringvliet. Vast, challenging and unpredictable. but we truly believed that the biggest perch had to be hiding somewhere out there.
But how do you make the difference? This water gets fished every single day. So why would we be the ones to catch that one big fish?
The following sessions were mostly spent on the Haringvliet. Searching, casting, covering water. We caught some beautiful fish, but nothing that quite lived up to the name of a true Haringvliet monster perch.
And then came February, a time when perch are usually at their absolute peak. It's a period we look forward to every year, but will it be as successful as previous seasons?
We headed out for a session with Sitze Hendricks, a fellow perch fanatic just like us. Today's mission was all about Twitchbait, more specifically the legendary Megaboss 110. It's one of the most trusted lures when you're targeting bigger perch, thanks to its erratic action and proven track record.
At the same time, we supported an ongoing perch tagging study. Every fish we landed was placed in a live well, waiting to be picked up by a researcher who would tag and release it for tracking purposes.
45 centimeter perch on the Twitchbait. Not the racket fish we want, but it's a nice start for me.
Take them out in the bun.
Okay. Ja, best. Nice. Also on the Twitchbait.
Ja, 45.
It turned out to be quite a successful day for perch fishing. We managed to catch some solid fish. The Twitchbait really proved to be key today. By casting it close to the bank, giving it a few turns to get it to depth, and then twitching it back with slow erratic movements, we triggered exactly the kind of reaction strikes we were hoping for.
After the close season, our focus shifted to the big competitions. And with that, our full dedication to perch fishing took a bit of a backseat. We did manage to land some beautiful fish during the tournaments, but those true giants, like the 55 and 54 centimeter perch caught in other boats, just didn't find their way to us.
We've had an incredible time during the competitions. It was always a challenge to figure out a fish, but that's what made every session so intense and rewarding.
We've met so many fantastic people along the way, shared knowledge, laughs, and unforgettable moments on the water.
Our results were not that bad either. Jeffrey broke his personal best sander during the World Predator Classic, and we both shattered our pike record during the World Predator League. After months of hard fishing and a full competition season, we wrap up this chapter of our journey. Along the way, we've shared the boat with some amazing people, each bringing their own passion, stories and style to the water. We've shared unforgettable moments, caught beautiful fish and learned something new on every session. But that one fish, the true giant perch, still remains just out of reach.